Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop. Debsy, boop. That's me. So welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a great day. We're going to get right into it because last night was the relaunching of the Real Housewives of New York. And I was all in. As I told you guys in the past, I have always been a RHONY fan. Real Housewives of New York was probably always my favorite franchise of the whole, my favorite city of the whole franchise. So I was kind of excited about last night. Not as excited as I would have been if they would have done like Legacy, but I was excited and interested to see what it was like. So listen, we're gonna go over a little bit of what happened. And right off the bat, they went in and they told a little bit about each one of the ladies. So start off with Brynn. Brynn is the fun girl. Brynn is the girl that flirts with everybody. It looks like they're saying that Brynn might be the pot stirrer. She might bring a lot of the drama. Brynn to me kind of gives Bethany vibes a little bit. And also looks wise, I feel like half the time she kind of looked like a little bit like Mandy Moore. I don't know why, but that's what I thought. Next up was Jenna. Listen, Jenna was maybe my favorite. Jenna was my favorite on the first episode. She is described as a boss bitch. She is unique. She was later described as an enigma and an oddball. Her dog was drinking coffee out of the bowl. Loved it. Although I don't know that I would do that to my dog. I know I wouldn't do that to my dog. Jenna Lyons was actually the, she was the CEO and creative director at J. Crew. And she actually worked there when the Obamas were in the White House. And Michelle Obama showed up on like the Late Show, Jimmy Fallon's show, dressed head to toe in J. Crew. So she is pretty huge in the fashion industry. Then there was Jessel. Jessel is a publicist, and they had said Jessel is a publicist through and through, every day, all day. She is a good girl, and she is a good girl who said she had stuck up her hoo-ha? I cannot remember what it was. Something up her. She set up my so I thought it was. Jessel a little bit later on. I don't know that I like Jessel that much. The way that she was talking to her husband a little bit later on, I didn't like it. Like it was giving me the vibes of Adrienne Maloof, the way she talked to Paul whenever they were still together on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm gonna tell you right now, I call it. I think those two. I think Jessel and her husband, if anybody separates or divorces from this cast, which somebody always does, I think it's gonna be them. I didn't like the way that she talked to him. And she even had said that like before they got married, she fixed her husband and then they got married. How do you need to fix somebody? Like, no, I was not a fan of Jessel's. I could change my mind. I wasn't a fan of hers. There was Say, who is glamorous and sexy, and she has a sexy aloofness about herself. She is a content creator, and her husband actually retired to take care of the kids in case she would need to travel for her job. Ube, who is vivacious, larger than life. She's a model. She's an entrepreneur. One of the ladies said she could be a big bitch, but she's not one to me. And then there was Erin. Erin, they had said she likes to run the show. She's a straight shooter. She was born in New York City, and but her family's Israeli, and she has a very close-knit family. And to me, Erin kind of gave me vibes a little bit of like Jill Zarin. And And I have to tell you, this might very well be an unpopular opinion. I actually liked Jill. Did I like everything that she did? No. But I kind of liked Jill. I kind of felt like Jill was maybe good for reality TV, good on reality TV. So those were the ladies. The taglines were horrible. The only one of them that I liked was Bryn's. She said something like, "Don't piss me off or I'll date your dad." That was original. All of the other ones, like Jenna's with real versus fake, we've seen that. One of the other ones was like something about style and you don't have any, or something like that. They've all been done before, some kind of variation of them. So the only tagline that I really liked was Bryn's. So we were introduced to the first drama of this new cast. And the first drama of the new cast was centered around, I'm gonna have a little snack, was centered around this, cheese. It was centered around cheese. I'm gonna have a little cheese. More cheese tomato. So it was around cheese. It was Cheesegate. So here was the long and short of it. Erin had a luncheon and allegedly, now this is according to Bryn, allegedly Sai was there. She saw the charcuterie board and was kind of rude to Erin about it and looked at it and said, "What's this?" And she was like, "It's the cheese board." And she said, and she asked her, "Oh, you eat cheese?" And then apparently Erin said something. And then Sai said, "Well, that's weird. I say eat some cheese." I love cheese. Listen, I'm never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and dessert cheese. I love it. So that was Cheesegate. So that, once again, according to Bryn, this is what Erin said had happened. So also, along with that, there was a lesser kind of little thing going on with the restaurant, with the Tale of Two Restaurants. So Erin had a group of ladies, a group of friends out for dinner. The group was a little too large for this first restaurant to accommodate everybody. So she made another restaurant. She had another reservation at another restaurant. This restaurant that they were all to go to was constantly bleeped out. Now, I have no idea of why it was bleeped out. I was on Twitter and I was looking to see if anybody mentioned who it was. I don't know if I should say it. I'm not gonna say it because they were bleeping it out there. So I don't want to say it. Like, my channel isn't huge and it's not monetized and no one's going to see this, but I don't want to take the risk. So if you want me to say who people on Twitter were saying it was, then I will in the comments. Tell me if you want me to let you know who people on Twitter were saying it was, allegedly. So she made it at this one restaurant, and Bryn then said she's tired, she's going to go home, when in fact she didn't. She went, her and Sai then went to another restaurant, Casa Tripiani. I'm not even pronouncing it right. I screwed that up. They went to another restaurant because Bryn said it's not 2007 and she's not a D-list model. No one goes to this place. I wouldn't be caught dead there. So that was that. Those were the two big dramas that we had going into it. But the main drama was Cheesegate. Listen, it's New York City. What are you thinking you're gonna get? You're not gonna get anything like mind-blowing. It's the Real Housewives. And usually if they're having some kind of a drama, it's usually over something pretty mundane and stupid. Just what we expect. Those of us who watch it love it for that. So listen, First of all, we had Cy and Bryn and Jessel. They all met over at Cy's house, Cy's place. Cy and Bryn, according to Bryn, are besties. They met up at Cy's. They talked about Cheesegate. Cy had said that she didn't say that. She loves cheese. She was shoving the cheese in her mouth all night at Aaron's, and she didn't say that. Meanwhile, Aaron and Ube, they're having coffee in the park. Talk turns to the dinner and to Cheesegate. About the dinner, she had said she really didn't care about where they went. It mattered to her the people that were there. She wanted to have a good time, and it mattered that she had quality people there, which she thought she did. And she also said that she didn't say that. She said that she didn't say that. She didn't say any of this stuff, that Cy did any of this stuff. Also, the other three, Cy, Bryn, and Jessel, they were also talking about this restaurant, the whole restaurant thing, and they just reiterated about how they didn't want to be seen at this other one. Listen, come on. Your friend wants to hang out. Just go to this other restaurant. Who the F are you? What are you, Nicole Kidman? Are you some A-lister? Are you Miss Meryl Streep that you have to be worried about? I'm sure Meryl Streep would go to a place like this. Who cares? Love you, Meryl. So then a little bit later on, Jenna goes over to Jessel's, and this is where the interaction between Jessel and her husband and her mother come into play. Her mother looks phenomenal. She's what, 65 years old? She looked phenomenal. She looked younger than me. I'm 55. She looked younger than me. She looked amazing. But Jenna then talks about how she's going to have a girls' night in. And there's going to be a theme, because when she worked at J. Crew, there was always like a theme. So the theme is going to be black and khaki. And she's really, really nervous about hosting people at her apartment. So before this party over at Jenna's, Jessel asks Aaron if she said this about Cy and the cheese and Cheesegate. And what she said was, she had said something like, she said it in passing to Bryn as a joke. So she's saying she didn't say it, but then she said that. So I don't know. I mean, maybe Bryn just took it, not the way that Aaron wanted her to take it. I don't know, but Aaron is basically saying she didn't say it. Okay, so listen, Jenna Lyon's apartment is fantastic. I'm not even a huge fan of shoes, but she had this walk-in closet that was like up to the ceiling in shoes. She had, what was it? 308 or 380 shoes. Amazing. So everybody shows up. The last person to show up is, in true pot stirrer fashion, it's Bryn. Bryn's scared to death that Aaron's gonna murder her. So listen, this is another reason why I love Jenna. Right in the middle of Cheesegate, what does Jenna serve? All cheese. Cheeses upon cheeses, cheese fondue, love it. They're like, maybe you shouldn't serve cheese. She's like, I love cheese, I'm gonna serve cheese. Screw you, cheese. So everybody's there, everybody's talking, and Jenna then has a game. She has a game of questions to open everybody up and get to know everybody. It's about sex. It's like sex questions. But eventually, of course, the talk turns to, what's that? Cheese. Yes. The topic turns to cheese. But before the topic turned to cheese, Cy actually apologized. Aaron brought the whole thing up about the restaurant, and she said she apologizes for kind of like leaving her in the lurch, bailing on her, and just going to this other restaurant and then posting it on social media. She apologized, and Aaron was like, I appreciate that very much. I think this was actually even before Bryn arrived, maybe. So the talk turns to Cheesegate. And Erin just says, listen, we got to talk this out. Bryn says she's scared that Erin's going to kill her. Erin is just like, I'm going to eat some cheese and then I'm going to fuck her up. And they go in the back, they talk about it. And really the question of like cheese talk didn't even come up. Erin basically had said, listen, I feel like before this, you knew who you were going to align yourself with, and then you just started acting weird on me. Bryn didn't deny it, and I guess they made up, and everything was just fine. Erin sat on Jenna's chair, broke it. They tried on some clothes. Well, they both tried on clothes, but Erin went out to the party and was like modeling it, and Jenna's face was like, don't you dare F up my expensive Valentino shirt. And they did. I'd be pissed. So that was it. I have to tell you, I didn't hate it. I was in the middle. I was in the middle just because I need the legacy cast. I need the old girls back. I just do. I mean, I was so happy that Crappy Lake was on after. I'm going to still watch it. I didn't hate it. I really enjoyed Jenna. I can see me not liking Bryn, but I can see where she's good reality TV. I don't like Jessel at all. Erin, maybe a little bit. Uba, I don't have any kind of, Uba's like, she's kind of a lukewarm. I don't know. So we'll see. Tell me if you watched. Tell me who your favorite was, what you thought of it. Are you going to watch again? And with that being said, please, let's start over. And with that being said, if nobody told you yet today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world. Take care of one another, and remember, eat your cheese, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye guys. Bye.